Building wealth is a topic that can spark heated debate, promote quirky get-rich-quick schemes, or drive people to pursue transactions that they might otherwise never consider. But is 3 simple steps to building wealth a misleading concept? The simple answer is no. Today, I am going to show you how to build wealth with $0. Before the start of the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more content, subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. Make money. This step may seem elementary, but is the most fundamental one for those who are just starting. You've probably seen charts showing that a small amount of money regularly saved and allowed to compound over time eventually can grow into a substantial sum. But those charts never answer this basic question. How do you get money to save in the first place? There are 2 basic ways of making money, through earned income or passive income. Earned income comes from what you do for a living, while passive income is derived from investments. You may not have any passive income until you've earned enough money to begin investing. Save money. Simply making money won't help you build wealth if you end up spending it all. To set more money aside for building wealth, consider these 4 moves. Track your spending for at least a month. You might want to use a financial software package to help you do this, but a small pocket-sized notebook could also suffice. Record your every expenditure, no matter how small. Many people are surprised to see where all their money goes. Find the fat and trim it. Break down your expenditures into needs and wants. Food, shelter, and clothing are obvious needs. Add health insurance premiums to that list, along with auto insurance if you own a car, and life insurance if other people are dependent on your income. Many other expenditures will merely be wants. But take a hard look at both categories. While you can probably eliminate some wants, you may be spending more than you really should on some needs, such as clothing. Set a savings goal. Once you have a reasonable idea of how much money you can set aside each month, try to stick to it. This doesn't mean that you have to live like a miser or be frugal all the time. If you're meeting your savings goals, feel free to reward yourself and splurge an appropriate amount once in a while. You'll feel better and be motivated to stay on course. Put saving on automatic. One easy way to save a set amount each month is to arrange with your employer or bank to automatically transfer a certain portion of every paycheck into separate savings or investment accounts. Similarly, you can save for retirement by having money automatically withdrawn from your pay and put into your employer's 401k or similar plan. Financial planners usually advise contributing at least enough to get your employer's full matching contribution. Keep this in mind too. You can only cut so much in costs. If your costs are already down to the bone, then you should look into ways to increase your income. Invest money. Once you've managed to set aside some money, the next step is investing it so that it will grow. Before you start investing, however, make sure you have some money set aside to handle any unexpected financial emergencies. A common recommendation is to build up enough to cover at least 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses in a liquid account, such as a bank savings account or a money market fund. Investments vary in terms of risk and potential return. As a general rule, the safer they are, the lower their potential return, and vice versa. If you aren't already familiar with the various types of investments, it's worth spending a little time reading up on them. While there are all kinds of exotic investments, most people will want to start with the basics: stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. Stocks are shares of ownership in a corporation. When you buy stock, you own a tiny slice of that company and will benefit from any rise in its share price, as well as any dividends that it pays out. Stocks are generally seen as riskier than bonds, but stocks can also vary widely in risk from one corporation to another. Bonds are like IOUs from a company or government. When you buy a bond, the issuer promises to pay your money back with interest after a certain period. As a very general rule, bonds are considered less risky than stocks, but with less potential upside. At the same time, some bonds are riskier than others. Bond rating agencies assign them letter grades to reflect that. Mutual funds are pools of securities. often stocks, bonds, or a combination of the two. When you buy mutual fund shares, you get a slice of the entire pool. Mutual funds also vary in risk, depending on what they invest in. Perhaps the most important investing concept for beginners, or any investor for that matter, is diversification. Simply put, your goal should be to spend your money among different types of investments. That's because investments perform differently at different times. For example, if the stock market is on a losing streak, bonds may be providing good returns. Or if stock A is in a slump, stock B may be on a tear. Mutual funds provide some built-in diversification because they invest in many different securities, and you'll achieve greater diversification if you invest in both a stock fund and a bond fund, or several stock funds and several bond funds, for example, rather than just in one or the other. A concept closely related to diversification is asset allocation. It involves deciding what percentage of your portfolio you want to invest in each particular asset category or type of security, based on risk and other factors. As another general rule, the younger you are, the more risk you can afford to take, because you'll have more years to make up for any losses. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications to see more of our future videos. With that said, keep enjoying our videos, and I'll see you in the next video.